Hello and welcome back to round 2 back 9 coverage of the MPO league card at the 2026 Discraft Supreme Flight Open presented by Florida's Adventure Coast. Big Germ and Yules here bringing you action of the second half and onward of the event.
Yeah, a lot of stuff happened on the front 9 that I really liked. Good putting from Adam, scrapping it together. Casey falling off, but got a good birdie there on 8. Gave it back on 9. That's this course, though. Up and down McBeth, playing very well, though. 1 bogey, 4 under on the front 9. That's the mark. That's what you're looking for. Back 9, different kind of beast. You can go low, but it can also get away from you, as we saw in round 1.
We're seeing all sorts of scores. I mean, Sullivan tipped in 7 under for the round. That jumps him into the mix. That's currently fire emoji for the day. But yeah, it's starting to bunch up.
Yep.
You got a little bit of separation with those excellent rounds from Adam Hammis and Casey White after round 1, but you got to maintain on the Disc Golf Pro Tour or you're going to be left behind. And there's a lot of shots left behind here on the 10th. This is a challenging par 3 at 370 feet. Trees down the middle, tough green with this new pin position moved onto the right side, accessing a little bit of that hillside, which brings danger. And that's one of the most off-balance releases from McBeth, but he gets away with robbery, which is not good because
You shouldn't.
he's got a family to take care of, and you can't do that in prison.
Well, no, but he got away with it, so it's fine.
We just exposed him. Well, we're snitches.
Adam.
That's gorgeous.
Skip.
Counter skip.
Oh, what a dud.
Just absolute dud skip. And we saw yesterday, Calvin was right at that tree. It's a little bit further than it appears. I'd say just outside circle.
Yeah. Playing far, scary too.
But the way he's putting, I like Adam's chances right now.
Simon gonna get away with it, and he's gonna have a look.
That's the miss that you'd like to see off the tee shot, way more than what we saw from Paul, of course.
Casey likes these kinds of shots. Little hyzer off the hand, and then flip it up flat, get a little turn. Now he's got to get lucky. No,
Doesn't
you
quite.
can't. Love this hole though.
Challenging all the way.
Feels so good to
Yep.
just lace one like Adam. You're fine with it just because you did what you're supposed to do, and
Yes.
it looks cool. Crowd's like, woohoo, you did it.
Tough jump putt distance for Casey. He gets one to just outside bullseye. That's a good effort from back there.
This is scary.
I don't think he's going to try to park this one. He's just going to try to play it to the top and flat.
Oh, I thought he was going high.
And he still does technically park it, but not trying to challenge the pin. That's a smart play from the veteran. And not even the dad putt can attack a death putt like that one for Simon.
Can Adam's putter stay hot? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That thing's going past the cameraman, hitting that tree.
Yep. Beautiful, man. That's how you maintain right there on the Disc Golf Pro Tour. Great putting.
It's so hard to get power from that stance too. Like for me, it's a total guess. I'm just throwing it up there. Just pretty please.
You're not really fond of the straddle putts, and you have to be on these side slopes.
No.
And that's something that Adam is able to do. He's able to keep that weight transfer balanced, whether he's got the traditional staggered stance or the straddle. He's able to
You
get
got
a
that
good
power
clean throw.
pocket too. Yeah, you can zip them.
Mm-hmm.
Tough hole here.
Yes, it is. This was one of the tougher ones on the course, still maintaining a .26 stroke above par average for the course. New pin position. This is tough to access.
Yep. Yeah, go down the left side with a mid-range or a fairway driver. Really, it doesn't matter. You could throw a fast driver into that hillside, probably get a good lie. The sidearm flex doesn't play that good anymore because if it goes right, plays so far up the hill.
This is a unique design. I've never in my life played a hole that had this type of shape off the tee, and then the challenge in the second shot is so specific. Every shot requires the right distance, the right angle, and everything.
Paul is going with the side piece. He does have the power on the second shot if he throws it well, though.
Oh, no, don't go B. It does wrap up before it finds that OB on the right side. This is looking great. If that avoids that tree, it does. You'll love it.
Oh, into the bowl is where you want.
Absolutely.
Casey going with a slight hyzer. I do like this play. Scary with the OB, but he does well.
Yeah, that's great. If you are going to be on the shorter side, getting around the corner does help. And Casey does have a flex forehand. I think he's going to like that position.
Good for him to come off the hill there.
And
Better lie.
Instead of going for the backhand shot, now Paul's back to going with a forehand on his third shot. Adam in a similar spot. All that stuff there is in great position, good angle.
This is prime real estate. Watch the angle. He's wide open. Yep.
Oh, man, that is why this hole is so tough. Even a great shot like that requires a pinpoint precise forehand hyzer around the corner. Asks so much for the player from tee to green. That looks pretty fine.
It's so good.
Yeah, that's probably the worst call ever. That's better than pretty fine. That's exquisite.
Like pretty fine.
Oh, yeah, like that.
Yeah.
And Adam says, I like what you did there, McBeth. I'm just going to do it with a little bit of extra roll at the end.
Oh, underneath the branch too. Bummer.
I think he's got height. He's got to put a little extra zip on it.
He likes that.
Yeah, that's his thing. Finally get to Casey's drive. Oh, the good drives unrewarded. The bad drives coming through in the clutch.
Yeah. I mean, they did get to a really good spot on their second shot.
Now Simon playing the smart and hyzer into the green. Well done. Casey not quite able to capture that magic in the bottle that he had yesterday with that scorching round he had going. Oh, no.
Had plenty of height.
And Casey now needs this to save the par, and he's able to come up clutch. That would have been another disaster bogey after a perfect drive, kind of like what we saw back there on hole 5. But he's able to walk away with the par, which is something that Adam Hammis is unable to say. So he will drop back into that three-way tie with Klein and Wysocki unless they were able to pick up the birdie here on the challenging 11th.
How many birds?
Not too many. 14.
No, that's not a lot.
A decent amount. But such a technical hole. This one, not so technical. This one just requires a lot of power.
Yeah, we saw Calvin get it with the backhand turnover, but he had to make an 80-footer. Here's where we'll be able to see how much power Adam actually has.
Yeah, it is impressive. For him, I feel like this is a hole he steps up to and it's just going, what a wonderful hole.
Yeah.
I really like his chances to just go one angle hyzer and get there. But this guy has the power to get there too with the forehand.
Not when it turns over.
No. Not going to be in love with the result here, but he is in deep, well, just outside C2, so we'll call it 70 feet. Simon going with his bokeh. A little overturned, perhaps. Does it get clean through everything? Well, not in the good way. Such an absolute specific line that you have to throw with that backhand turnover.
Casey got what it takes with the sidearm.
I think he has what it takes to get inside C2, but
oh, flipped it.
to park it, you just need something else. You need something that next level. And does Casey find OB? Oh, he finds that pocket where the OB kind of juts forward. So good for him.
No, he turned it.
Oh, he did. And this is heading straight OB. My goodness, so much power. Goodness gracious, that is a launching pad. Oh, he finds safe.
He went so far, he went over the OB, all of it, to the back side.
That's crazy stuff. That is absolutely crazy
Well,
stuff.
it wasn't the power we wanted to see in a good way, but
No.
he showed the power. Accidentally turned it over.
And who am I to say anything about Adam Hammis's forehand? But with his power, he does not need to throw something that can flip up. He's the kind of guy that can get there with a stable disc just zipped. Very clever play there. Tough spot. Going to have to make the putt to save par.
Just missed a little dinker. See where his head's at. Simon's been known to give these bids.
Oh, but we didn't see the Simon hop.
No.
Guess he didn't really need it. Got all the distance he needed, just a little bit left. That was a beautiful run from McBeth. Had a great chance the whole way.
A little leaky, but in.
Yeah, that was rising a bit. Felt a bit high out of the hand, but the result is par. And you're happy with that when you see that disc flipping out of your hand with the forehand. That OB comes in quick.
Yeah, I think he was surprised that he was inbounds by his reaction on the tee.
I think he might have had a putt for the old pin that used to be a par 4 in the woods that the women play for as a par 4.
It doesn't matter who you are or what brought you here. Whether you play it for a living or live to play it, you belong here.
On to the 13th, brand new hole here. I like that they've made some changes. I think 13 might have been the weakest hole in the previous design, and now it's one of the tougher par 3s, 452 feet, dead straight. I think the play is a little bit of a hyzer flip with a fast disc that can just kind of move right through the center of that last gap, but there's two different pinch points on this hole that make this hole so tough. And Ricky's going to show you exactly what I'm talking about there. Getting a little lucky in that left side, but my goodness, he is parked.
I mean, the
Unreal.
power to be able to go left side here and finish flat and straight is unique.
So what does this bring Ricky to? 14 under. Look at all the green. Goodness gracious. Legend has it that there was a practice round where Ricky shot 13 under with 2 bogeys on this course. Beautiful shot from Paul, and that illustrates how good Ricky's drive was.
Yeah.
Ricky got all the way to the pin.
Left side, like I said.
Mm-hmm. Well, fortunate on that last kick to bring him back to the middle, but still bogey likely coming for Simon.
I like Casey's shot shape for this. Very understable.
Yeah, he's a crafty guy when it comes to these lines. What a, brutal. No way. That was heading all the way to the base. You called it, though. It suits Casey's eyes so well.
Yeah. Understable disc, a lot of hyzer.
And I like this play for Adam because he's got the power to potentially get there if he can leak one through. But it also just keeps him going down the middle for a long way, which is really what you got to do. You walk away with a 3 here on the 13th, you are not feeling bad. Oh, so maybe that second kick wasn't so good for Simon in a really tough spot.
Pretty good shot.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna be outside circle too, though.
Yeah, there's what you don't want there is another bad shot, and now you're worried about the double. You know, the bogey you can live with. And he's got a chance to save the par still, so good effort.
Couple bird putts coming up, though. Just outside the circle for Paul. Oh,
Well
that
done.
That looks pure.
I hate that Casey's not under the basket. You miss everything to that point. Good for you, Casey. You deserve it, man. That shot was so primo.
Gets back to even par on the round.
I think the boulders in the green are a cool look.
Yeah.
But I just hate them as obstacles when a shot like that can just stop in its tracks when it was just bound for a bullseye hit. Can't fix all the problems.
Not in one day.
Not in one day. Certainly not in one day.
Well, if you want to be a problem solver on this hole, you're going to want to throw a hyzer off the tee. It misses the cattails on the right, skips over this ditch, leaves yourself a little sidearm approach in. That's if you're a right-handed player. Beat this tree on the left, skipping into the green right here, and that's how you're going to manage to get a stroke on a lot of people.
It's a great par 4.
Saw a lot of early releases in the previous round. Got to keep it on hyzer. If it gets flat, not good.
That's ideal.
Yeah, it's really good.
And I think it's worth mentioning that if you didn't watch first round, what Paul's referring to, the early releases, these guys were playing this when it was like 0 dark 30. I mean, these guys could barely see 15 feet in front of them, and they were up against it.
That's it.
It's amazing how important vision is to the sport of disc golf. You think it wouldn't be that important, but for these guys, it seemed to be.
Yeah, I've never laughed so hard than when we did that little challenge on the YouTube channel with Drew Gibson and Simon.
Classic.
I was tear laughing.
If you guys don't know what he's talking about, one player is blindfolded, the other player instructs the thrower where to go, how much power, so on and so forth.
Yep.
It was making a 15-footer, you felt like you were top of the world.
So funny.
It was a fun day. We kind of smoked him, too.
Oh, yeah. Well, you smoked him.
It was a good day for me.
Oh, he hits the tree.
Just don't
and
go
it
B.
Flips. Oh.
It wasn't heading up B. I think there's a lot going on there in that one. Simon's trying to figure it all out right now, but in the end, he's probably got a pretty safe, easy par coming up. McBeth has birdie in mind here after that great tee shot.
Didn't get it flat.
But he's got the power to still get there.
Yeah, that's great.
That's why it's good to be McBeth.
Casey going to try to throw a flippier disc and get a little rise up.
Look at that play there. The early skip.
Oh.
That's the one. That is the
That's
one
the
you
I
singled out.
I was talking
Oof.
about. Yeah.
Brutal.
Bummer.
Now, what does Adam have to throw here? Is he going to have to gap it, or is he going flex? He's gapping, folks.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you love the result there. I think that's much better that it hit the base of the tree.
Sure.
That thing was moving.
What a shot from Adam.
Simon from forever. Uh-oh. Gonna have to dig deep now to save the par. I didn't think he'd be putting that one from about 180 feet away.
Yeah, that's a new skill these guys got with the mid-range.
Uh-huh.
Grandpa Paul. Not with that wind. Kind of makes me angry. Simon.
That basket was
Deal.
just too well lit. Look at where the sun's coming from. You just got to make that putt. Nice save for Simon. Look at Adam just
Left
stepping
side,
up with
but
confidence.
Banging it right
Yeah.
on the left side. Boom. Good catch. A little lower, that doesn't stick, you know? It always sticks right there for the most part.
Uh-huh. Simon not doing a whole lot one way or the other this round. But, you know, he's only, 6 back of the lead right now. He's still
He's
in
there.
contention.
Yeah, you get a few birdies coming in, you're fine.
All it takes is a player like him to just start getting a few birdies, start feeling hot.
Hey,
and then,
Eagle right here.
boom.
He has the firepower.
Yep.
962 down the hill. flippy disc, get it to drift right, end up in the middle, and you can go home in 2 from there. If not, pitch it just to like where those cattails are. And then it's only about 300 feet from there. So you can chip your way up this fairway and find a birdie. But these guys are greedy.
This one usually coming in as one of the easiest holes in the course, but hole 6 now exists, so it is the second easiest hole on the course. Just because of the eagle opportunity. But it's one of the rare par 5s you're going to play where you can see the basket from the tee.
Yep.
It's pretty special. Can you see the basket on hole 5 at USDGC, or is that hill in the way?
I think you can, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's another classic one.
It looks so far away, though, at USDGC. It looks so far.
Old 888 across the parking lot.
Yep.
You can see the pin, but couldn't get there for a while. Classic Casey Heiser flip.
Doesn't flip.
Doesn't quite get over on the turn. Sometimes you get good breaks out of the woods. This time Casey's going to be dealing with a bad lie. This is overturned for Simon. It does get a good break.
No, he's just trying to get to the opening, just past it, I'm sure.
Yeah. Just getting onto the upslope is fantastic from back here, and that's a beautiful shot from Simon. That should work out nicely.
Oh, yeah, plenty of juice.
Mm-hmm.
Jump putt from there, most likely.
Should be an easy birdie now for Simon. McBeth out of range to get to the pin in 2, I think.
Well, yeah, he's doing an accurate little run up there. Nothing aggressive. That's fine.
Yeah, it's not as bad as it might seem on camera. That should be a pretty straightforward approach. Adam, however, that left side, if you get too deep in there, your options get more and more limited the deeper you get.
I like that he's got the sidearm. He's going to be able to stretch out and maybe do something. But you're right. If he gets really far in there, it's almost a pitch up.
Casey, speaking of, birdie gets pretty difficult now. But he does have fast disc in hand. It's a good play.
Yeah, get on Heiser, get up to the circle.
And that's the circle of the FPO. So he's not quite as close as it might look if you're judging by the indicators on the ground.
Oh, he is in there.
Yeah, so maybe it is actually pretty tough.
It is tough and needs to get to the earth.
Oh, there is OB over there.
No, it's fine. It
Okay.
actually goes out around those bushes.
Okay. All right.
How do I know?
Don't ask. Yeah, that's the one of the signature elements here of the Olympus course. That sawgrass is awful stuff. What did he say?
I don't know. Probably not nothing we should repeat. But that wasn't far. He threw that really hard.
Yeah. So, as
down.
as you sometimes say, he was in a tent,
No. Oh, no.
and that is disastrous.
The sidearm hasn't been working for him.
Yeah, and this
On
is
those approaches.
not the hole you can afford to take a bogey. Especially when Adam was in the fairway after one.
Yeah.
You gotta walk away with the birdie here.
Or par minimum.
Yeah, par minimum. I mean, you can mess up a shot and take a par still, but the bogey is unacceptable.
Paul did get close to the OB, but he's okay. Can he find another long one? No.
I thought for a second he did. It's good height. So now the bogey's not even guaranteed. Adam has to come up clutch here on this uphill putt, and he does what he does.
Man, if he didn't make everything.
You're no kidding. I mean,
He has
When is
done
he-
work.
when has he made it easy on himself?
No, 0 holes.
Yeah, I don't know any shots where he's just been 5 feet from the pin. He's had to work for everything he's got today. So keeping it to a single bogey, you know, minimizing the damage. Not bad for Hamas.
Ricky, 15 under. Eesh.
This is another unique hole. There's not quite another one like this. A big flex shot with a overstable driver for the right-hander players. You want to get to about this spot here. That's ideal. You very rarely see anyone hit that spot, but if you can get there, it sets up a pretty short, not even really that technical forehand mid-range approach. It's only about 260, 270 from the landing zone. It's just really hard to get to the landing zone. That makes this one of the tougher holes on the course. We're going to stick with Ricky here.
That's not a very good shot, but he gets clean.
Well, here's the thing. If you go early inside, there is an inside lane that gets you straight to the pin. It's just no one's actually ever playing for that. But
whoa.
Ricky
He's
just
kind of open.
Yeah, he cheated the hole.
Stop it.
You don't.
You'll never see that again.
No, that was just pretty shanky tee shot. To get that lucky, you just would never imagine
5 in a row.
a bullseye birdie on 16 with that tee shot.
6 of the last 7. Ugh.
You got to imagine Ricky's hungry. Not getting a win last year has definitely left a taste in his mouth. He wants to get that tour win.
This isn't going to come back.
No, it
is
certainly is not.
Ow. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ah.
Hey, it looked like it had the integrity of the speed, so it didn't hit any of our spectators, which is a nice thing.
And if it did,
They got cut in half.
it went right
Quickly.
through him. Swoop. It was painless.
This is looking very similar to Paul's drive yesterday, minus that really pesky branch. It's such an inconsequential thing to hit with all the abundance of large trees everywhere. Paul hits the dinkiest tree, and that stops him.
Is Casey White's shirt getting you sometimes too with the blur?
The pixelated?
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah.
No, but is it getting you?
Yeah, well, sure. In some
It
ways.
got me twice.
Would you think he was just 8-bit for a second or what?
No, it just blurs out my vision a little.
So this is 12 out of 10.
Very good.
Mm-hmm. Crowd loves it. They know how difficult this tee shot is.
And Hams is staying in there. He's tied for 4th. If he gets the birds like he did yesterday coming in, he's going to be right there.
No doubt. Good shot for Casey. If you overthrow that second shot, you've got no third shot to the pin. So sometimes taking off a little bit of distance just to make sure is a good play, but Casey goes at it with a little bit of aggression and skips around the corner. Now Simon needs a huge shot here to save the par. That is not it.
But no.
I stick to my
guns.
Stick to my story. There's always one in the crowd. I'd rather be lucky than good.
Another early release.
But we love it. Not to say we don't like the fan interaction. We love it. But there's just always one that says something like that. And we're glad you're here.
Come back. Say it again.
Paul is going to walk away with the par. Very nice approach shot. And Casey did find himself in a bit of trouble, so he didn't skip as far around the corner. Or more than likely, he skipped up and rolled back down because this hillside is pretty brutal.
Good shot there from Casey. You get the circle's edge. Use the whole fairway to get that turnover.
What disc will Simon? So he's going to go with his pixel, try to find some sort of putting lane. Nope, he's switching it up.
The glitch. Oh, no.
Yeah, going with the glitch. A bit of a glitch in the game plan for Simon right now. Can Casey save par? He does have that nose up spin putt, just doesn't quite get the nose up enough. And that is a frustrating par to take after that tee shot. You got to capitalize on a hole this tough. Adam's going to be feeling that one.
Well, that's going to be a double.
Yeah.
For Simon.
You know, the out-of-bounds tee shot obviously hurt, but when you're where Simon was, the access to that second shot, it's a straight shot. It's far.
It's not bad.
You got to walk away with bogey at worst. I mean, you can throw a bad shot and walk away with bogey from where Simon was off the tee. So that's gonna sting for Simon as well.
17, tough hole. Gets tougher on Sunday. It really does.
Yeah.
You have to have so much touch to land it in this little area right here. And then from there, touch again into this low ceiling protected green. Tight gap too. A lot of people pull it to the right, catch the little leaves, and then you're done. And you're short. You have to go back door. And then you're taking on OB. I mean, I'm saying worst scenario. But.
Yeah, sure. Stick with Ricky here. He's going to go deep and out of bounds.
Oh, no. In a tough spot. He's going to have to go to a knee.
Earth to Ricky Wysocki, who's been on an absolute heater. This is going to be really tricky.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, he parked it. Wow. He parked it. What a save. Unreal.
That was awesome.
Such great control.
And that's why you know, that OB's so tough, because mere mortals go out of bounds, and it's such a hard shot from there. Low ceiling, sidearm, about 300 feet. And he does it with a putter.
Yeah. Holding angle the whole way. Slides up beautifully. McBeth.
Heavy. He's going to be safe, but there's that pine tree over there. We'll see.
Maybe not a great look at the second shot, but safe is good.
Yep.
See if Adam can forgive himself for
Looks
not
good.
walking away.
There's those stupid branches I was talking about.
Oh, brutal.
And now watch. He's going to have to go back door.
Yeah, the same route that I think Calvin went yesterday.
Looks really good to me. Yeah, it's
fantastic. Great weight. You see the disc just die when it hits the ground right there. Really love that one. Simon now 10 back of Ricky's pace. Going to need to start doing some things in the right direction.
No, in the poof.
Yeah. All right, Adam.
I like that they did.
Oh,
did that
boy.
clear?
Oh, boy.
I like that they cleared a way for you to have an angle at the pin, though. If you don't go all the way over, you know.
Mm-hmm. Flexing an air shot from there? Are you kidding me, Simon?
That's dumb good.
Oh, my. There is no angle for that kind of silliness from there. What a shot.
That is a shot maker.
Holy moly, from a standstill position.
Oh, with the body English.
Oh,
like you said
jeez,
before.
dude. What a clinic on these last two throws. Incredible stuff there.
Yeah, he hasn't put himself in great positions, but he's been making some great approaches.
Casey would love to give himself a nice birdie here and just, oh, don't go B. Okay, hangs on, but yeah. It's been that way. Casey's had great drives and not taken advantage of it on his second shot. His second shot has abandoned him so far today.
He just hasn't turned one sidearm over.
Mm-hmm.
Not flat, not once.
Again, not making anything easy on himself. Thank goodness his putting has been extraordinary. That would have been really nice for Casey. Could have have been nice to see one of those drop. It doesn't matter, I guess. I mean, the point of disc golf is to get it done in as few throws as possible.
He's missed one putt today, but I mean, he has striped the putter stroke. One of the better putting rounds we've seen in a minute. Well, it is the first.
Yeah.
But
so far this
even
season,
through last
no
year,
question.
You know?
Yeah, yeah, certainly. Yeah, it's very notable. He's been on it. And, you know, like going back to hole 14, we saw the video of Simon making that putt for his par. The cameras just had to stay on. There was no editing because Adam set his mini down, took 1.3 seconds, and released his putt from the edge of the circle, just showing how much confidence he had. It was just like, the dude is just like, I just would like to get back to throwing these bad shots so I can make the next putt.
What are we trying to do here?
This is just one of I think this is the fourth example, 17 and 18, of just this place being unlike any other course. You know, I mean, a lot of times there's great holes on tour that remind you of other great holes, but the holes in this course don't remind me of anything else I've ever played anywhere. And I just think that is one of the many aspects that makes this place so special. But yeah, you want to go big forehand off the tee here.
This is low. He needs to just do that every time.
Yeah, you know the nice thing so far about this weekend? Hardly any wind.
Yeah.
And when the wind is ripping up this tunnel, this is a nightmare tee shot.
I like the shape on this one.
Well thrown from Simon. A birdie here would finish his round at 2 under, and for a round with a double bogey and some other bogeys and not really being on it, would be a fine score to walk away with.
Casey doesn't even have to watch it. He knows he threw it where he wanted to.
And just sit. Just. Pew, pew, pew. Okay.
That's fine. It just turns it in from a sidearm to a backhand.
Which, Casey, a two-way player,
Yep.
That's fine for him.
This thing is so stable for Adam. It looks like it's got to go. But he's a power.
He's a
guy.
masher. That's fantastic. And that sets up the forehand hyzer approach, which means, I don't know, because we haven't seen him throw that well today.
Same disc.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
Yep, same angle, same disc.
Is that a Raptor?
Yeah.
Okay. So McBeth going big power turnover.
Leaking. He's had to make a bunch of those too. Let's not gloss over the fact that he's putting fantastic today.
And once again, his only bogey in the round, same as round 1, back to hole 4, one of the hardest holes on the course.
Does this turn? No. This is going souvenir.
And
Oh.
What's going on here? Is this any part of the disc inbounds?
Oh.
I see string. That's got to be OB. Yeah, brutal. And this is the hole that Casey finished yesterday to take his only bogey of the round. Today, unfortunately, that's not the case. He's going to have outside the circle putt for the par.
That's a good shot.
Yes, it is. It's going to get to about 24 feet, less than that maybe even.
Let's see if he switches discs. Nope.
Gosh, that birdie was so good on 17 for Simon. That second shot was something else. And you called it perfectly. Adam going overstable, and it's that easy, folks. If you've got the power for it, forehand with a overstable, 9 speed?
Yeah.
Not many people can do it that way, though.
Just outside the circle.
Disc golf's tough, man. 10 under round 1 for Casey. It's probably going to be 2 over for him today if he can make that putt for bogey. And McBeth. Is that Brooklyn?
Yeah, it is. Great putting round from him again. We're talking about Adam making all those putts. Paul did it for birdie.
Yeah, And he also, there were times when he gave himself easier putts too.
Yeah.
He didn't have to make all the highlight putts.
But he did. A lot of 30-footers for him.
And a solid round for Hamas, who's going to get to 12 under.
Yeah, 2 under, not his best.
It's not going to keep him on the lead card. You see that Chandler Kramer guy. He's at 12 under, but he had to shoot a better round to get to it. So our lead card is, as you see there, Ricky Wysocki, incredible. It was 11 under today.
So good.
It's just amazing. It's so
With a
tough.
bogey.
With a bogey.
Yep.
Ricky Wysocki with the deserving course record fire emoji, 11 under. Can we see someone get to 12 tomorrow on Championship Sunday? Or better even, we'll see. Kyle Klein, Chandler Kramer, and then just a classic old school battle, Ricky Wysocki, Paul McBeth to start the season off.
Tough to knock those guys down. And
No kidding. But Ricky with a 3-shot margin heading into the final round. Like we said back a few holes ago, he's got to be hungry for that first win in a couple of seasons.
that's right.
Looking good, and can no longer use the excuse of a new bag, which is something that he had to deal with a little bit last year, work through some things, but now he is showing that he's feeling comfortable, and it's going to be a fun battle.
Yeah, can't wait. I want you guys to come back and watch it. We'll talk about it.
Any takeaways from round 2?
It's just such a fun watch for me to watch these guys kind of pick it apart. And I like when courses make the best players in the world, the guys who have the lead, struggle as well. I like seeing that. That tells me that course is tough enough for the Pro Tour, and first tournament of the year. I mean, a lot of hungry people out there.
Yeah, the tour doesn't really ease you in with some soft courses. It gets right to business.
Yeah, it does.
Well, that's round 2 from us from Brooksville, Florida. We'll see you guys tomorrow for Championship Sunday. Thank you, Founders Club. Appreciate you sticking with us through all these years. See you tomorrow.